Hello everyone, we are from FCE3204 Group 15. My name is Shannon Jun. My metric number is 203. Next, we will present the solution of rise in graduates' unemployment. For the question of rise in graduates' unemployment, the news team said that there is a huge gap between men and women, which has deepened the gap during the transition to adulthood. For example, in 2016, the labor force participation rate of young men was 53.9%, while that of young women was 7.3%, or 16.6 percentage point difference. Gender discrimination has always been a sensitive topic in the workplace, but it rarely extends around us. Most people believe that female childbearing will affect work in the workplace is an important reason for gender discrimination in the workplace. Take job hunting as an example. Most female job seekers are directly or indirectly asked about their childbirth plan. Many companies have suspicion of married and pregnant mother. Unemployment, unmarried young woman, and married woman who have got birth attitude. Sometimes HR directly ask, when do you plan to get married? So how to solve this problem? In my opinion, we should first explain to company with gender discrimination that the decision is not in line with business ethics. First of all, from perspective of principle of unity, women are more patient and gender be careful for administrative, financial, and service jobs. Women have more advantage than men, work more efficiently, generate positive results, and create more value for the company. Therefore, this decision does not conform to business ethics. The entity's reluctance to require the woman with childbirth plan violates women's right to inquire employment. So this decision does not conform to business ethics. Finally, from a dialogic point of the value, entities extend in social portability and society and interpreters have an obligation to assume society responsibility. So solve employment problems, create a public and fair employment environment, and realize the resolution of gender retail in the labor market. The government should require companies to seriously consider the profession ability, learning ability, and more quantities of job applications when making decisions not to hire women. If they meet the company's organization, they will admit. And at the same time, to purchase material insurance for employees, you can suggest that they will prepare for purchasing and time, and that does not affect the normal operation of the company. If they do not meet in the automation theory, they will tackle funny with rules and explain why the job application has nothing to do with the birth planning. With decision take into account both short-term and long-term interest. First of all, from the perspective of shorter benefit, requiring capable employees is powerful for developing of the company because employment only have childbirth plan, which may not necessarily be very fast. If you want to report to HR before pregnancy, you will not affect the company interest to prepare for privacy. Finally, we can recommend to the government to improve laws and evaluation measures to eliminate gender discrimination. And it's particularly important to improve relative laws against employment discrimination. Therefore, we must speed up the proclamation of the anti-employment discrimination law of the People-Centered Republic of China and work to resolve women discrimination in the employment process issue, improve the litigation mechanism for employment discrimination, and make full use of the labor law through improved chance so as to solve the employment problem. That's all of my present. Next, my partner will present.
Okay, hello, my name is Zhang Ziling, metric number 20118. Now I'm going to explain my solution to the rise on global youth unemployment. And here I will focus on the point about unemployment driven by the slowdown in emerging countries mentioned in the article. Well, firstly, let's identify the problem here. According to the article, unemployment rate in emerging countries keep increased due to the slowdown and the recession in development. So here we can identify that the fragile economic situation of those emerging countries is the main reason that lead to the unemployment rate in those countries. So if we want to solve this unemployment problem, we need to improve the fragile economic situation in those countries. And as far as I am concerned, I consider three main weaknesses in those emerging countries, which is the single economic structure, the unstable currency and the finance situation, and also the incomplete industrialization process. Then I will conduct the solutions based on the three weak points. Well, firstly, the single economic structure means that those emerging countries is depending too much on the single primary product export. For example, Chile and Peru depends on the copper mining, and Argentina depends on the agriculture product. This could lead to the country easily influenced by the change price of the foreign commodities. So here I suggest to adjust the industrial structure in order to enrich the production or export types so that they could be less independent on the foreign commodities and also strengthen the domestic economic stability. And secondly, the unstable currency and the financial status means those countries are in weak status in global currency market and they don't have complete financial system or regulation, which could make the country easily to be embroiled in the financial crisis. So here I think the emerging country could change their fixed exchange system into a floating exchange system so that they could be more flexible when facing the strong currencies such as the US dollars. And also they could strengthen the financial supervision policy to enhance a complete financial system in order to face the financial crisis. And last but not least, for those emerging countries, since they are still in the primary stage of the industrialization process, most of them are still focused on heavy industries, which is not suitable anymore according to the general global trend of sustainable new industrial model. So here I think those emerging countries could also upgrade their industries and search for a new low carbon or new energy resource technology based industry. And that's all for my point. Now let's move to my partner.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon everyone. My name is Wang Xuchen. My metric number is 20091. and I will continue to talk how to solve the rates in graduates unemployment. I will analyze the reasons from graduates themselves. And there are three solutions of graduates themselves. The first is graduates should try to go out of school to get in touch with the society during college, and do not consider the employment issue after graduation. Only by constantly working in front of peers will not lag behind peers. Secondly, during the school period, learning some other skills. Most skills do not pressure. The truth everyone knows. Today's society also advocates interdisciplinary talents. Maybe you are not the best in the future work, but maybe only a small skill will be appreciated by the leader. No, there are lots of pre-job training institutions are good choice for college students. For college students who have academic qualifications but lack a work experience to provide a bridge with employers. Only by accumulating experience and learning skills to enrich ourselves, we can achieve better success. Thirdly, strengthen out of the attitude. College students are often best of peers after graduation, is eager to show great ambition, but the fact is often not satisfactory, especially in the hurt expected salary and the actual salary. At this time, many college students will receive a psychological blow to the doubt their ability. In fact, there is no need. Every job should be a familiar process because no pains, no gains. Next, my partner will share his idea.
Hello, my name is Wang Weicheng. My magic number is 200108. Now I will start my part. First is the working poor. So what is working poor? Refers to people who have a permanent job but are relatively poor. For example, whose income is below a certain poverty line. Unlike the unemployed, although they are paid, the amount of salary is not enough to maintain a reasonable quality of life. So, what are the effects of working poor? Working poor families will be able to provide good educational opportunities for their children due to lack of resources, which will easily extend the poverty problem to the next generation, and it will cause the intergenerational poverty. So, how should we solve working poor? First, provide practical, high quality and cheap job training and school education. Second, provide medical subsidies. Third, provide a large number of high quality, cheap housing. Next is provide adequate maternity benefits and provide substantial salary subsidies or consumer vouchers designed for the purchase of daily necessities. Next page. In today's society, more and more young people are willing to work or immigrate to other countries. So why people are willing to immigrate? There are many reasons for this, such as armed conflicts, natural disasters, and so on. Report shows globally the share of young people between 15 and 92 years old who are willing to move permanently to another country stood at 20% in 2015. The highest inclination to move abroad at 38% is found in Saharan Africa and Latin America and Caribbean, followed close by Eastern Europe at 37%. However, migration is not as easy as immigrate. Whatever you are going abroad or going to a big city, the longing for flat life and being far away from your parents is actually not what you want at the beginning, but you need to face greater challenges. So if you are determined to migrate, you need to be mentally prepared enough. That's all for my part, and my friend will share his slide. Thank you.
My name is Abdinasir Ahmed Adam. My matric number is 200137. Today, I'm going to talk about the rise of graduate unemployment in Malaysia. So I will explore causes and solutions. So according to Department of Statistics in Malaysia, jobless among the graduates rose to 3.9 in 2019. And the following are the reasons why there's any graduate unemployment or increase of graduate unemployment in Malaysia. First is skill mismatch. Second is low take of STEM. Third is job search and recruitment mismatch. And fourth is lack of entrepreneurship skills. So what are the solutions or what are the remedy for this problem? The remedy is first graduate students need to boost their soft skill, which is to improve problem solving, communication, and teamwork skills through extracurricular activities and networking. Second, students need to develop career capital. Since increase in job market demand is skills labor, graduates need to boost their skills. And finally, graduates shouldn't only look to get jobs from the industry, but try to consider to start their own business. Focus on the entrepreneurship domain by seeking mentoring or advice from the existing entrepreneurs. And also trying to get grants from the government banks. And they have also the opportunity to start their digital business through doing online marketing or selling the products online. So this is all about my part. Thank you for listening.